Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Listen, first of all, our morning show, which is called Morning Thoughts, is going to a paid platform. If you're not the one that's going to contribute to the paid platform, meaning you're not going to purchase membership, then just shut your pie hole and move along, okay? For those who've been waiting for it, here it is. We can now provide you with exclusive content that nobody else will be able to access on SouFLoTV except for you. That includes and mainly is the morning show where we go live, all right? Besides that though, hit that subscribe button. Nothing will change on the channel. For the rest of you who are getting this video as well as all the other free content, you will continue to get that. No big deal. A child killer's confession. We covered this story back in the day. And this story, when we covered it, was about some man in Jamaica that we found out was deported. And he came to Jamaica, deported, made a life for himself there. Buck up in a woman, fell in love and all these things. At the end of the day, the relationship went sour. Like man and woman relationship do. They go sour at some point, dysfunctional and all that. And the lady decided to break the relationship off, and his revenge was to kill her child. Remember, it's not Femme Pickney, it's her child. And the man ended up killing the child because the mother left him. So now we fast forward to a confession. Y'all know how I do already on SouFLoTV. We follow the stories all the way through. So shout out to the Gleaner for this one. So there is no plagiarism or anything like that going on. This is strictly for discussion's sake. And here we go. A jilted ex-boyfriend has given a detailed confession of killing his former girlfriend's 8-year-old son because she ended their relationship, which was less than a year. The relationship wasn't even that long. They weren't together for a year. It didn't make 1 year. You understand? Ochest Rose, 42 years old, wanted his former flame to feel the same pain that he was going through. Now, how the hell rotted would you want this woman to feel the same pain that you was going through? What pain were you going through? What pain were you going through? I mean, the woman, it's crazy because for him to think that killing this woman's child would actually make her feel the same pain as she leaving him in a relationship. She says a mad smaddy this. Okay, so all this information was admitted, according to the Gleaner, in a caution statement to the police. Now, this part right here, so Rose was convicted for murder in the Home Circuit Court on Friday after he pleaded guilty for the callous killing of one-time stepson Galen Buchanan. Rest in peace, Galen, and I hope justice will be served in Jamaica. But, Jamaica justice system goes already. They've already taken the death penalty off the table. And in cases like these is where I says, boy, the death penalty should always be available because there is no guessing if this person did this. This person, we are absolutely sure is the person. They even admit to doing it, and he admitted to the reason why he did it. You can't kill a woman child because the woman decided to leave you. These men are crazy as batshit, to put it nicely. Alright, we can use some other expletives, but crazy as batshit fits nicely. Imagine the mind state of a person that feels like, yo, you know what? That's why I say to these women, don't be so quick to pick up no man, especially when you have children already. And my utmost respect to the women who are older now and they look back and they and them children can say, Mommy never bring no man coming at the house. Me never see my mother with no man. I used to start to feel sorry for her when I reached teenage years because daddy left from we did like 6, 7 and 8. And when me reach all 16 and start date and have my little boyfriend 17, me still not see my mother date nobody. And I wonder what was happening. And the mother forward today to say, I had somebody, but I kept that somebody away from my family because I didn't want it to be a case of them being left again or harmed by somebody else. And then the children are able to also say, yes, mom reserved herself for us. But for the ones who have the horror stories to tell about mommy bringing in man after daddy left for whatever the reason is, and that man turned out to be an abuser, a molester, and even a murderer, and all these things, you don't know. You don't know. So it's rough out there, may I tell you. Anyhow, he was convicted for murder in the home circuit court on Friday after he pled guilty. But we all know it's Jamaica, so he's not going to get what we wanted him to get, which is the death penalty. The next best thing he could get, though, is life in prison without the possibility of parole, right? He is scheduled to be sentenced on April 1st. Garland's body, which is the little boy, his hands were tied behind him, and he was found in a Kingston harbor near the Manly Meadows housing development in East Kingston on January 23rd of 2020, 2 days after he went missing from his father's home. That means daddy in the picture still. The youth was taken away from his father's home by his mother's ex-man. Gallen's mother, Tamar Lewis, broke up with Rose shortly before her son was reported missing, ending their 8-month romantic relationship after he tried to strangle her. So this is when she put an end to the relationship. They went into an argument, and this man grabbed her by the neck and he started to choke her, and she said, "Oh, hell no." But I'm willing to bet this wasn't the first time. The way I got away, she said, was by biting him. She said at that time. She also threw out all his personal belongings out into the streets and out of the home that they once shared, which was her home, and she changed all her locks on her door, which, a big embarrassment that already. Plus, we're talking about Jamaican culture is like, right, my, you should dash out of the house. Yo, brother, go find somewhere live. And these things, right? Him homeless, man, fling him out. Pride is hurt, and some of these men, ego and pride is all they operate off of. Common sense and all that, gone. Compassion and all that, gone. They just operate strictly of pleasing the ego. Seeing? So he planned to take our little son and kill the son to make her feel how hurt he was feeling. What's worse? Now, before we go into what's worse, the story gets more twisted. But before we go into what's worse, right? Look at the part of the story where it says that this man took the little youth from his father's house. Nothing but this youth. The man go over there and him say, "Garland, come here." And Garland say, "Yeah, that's my mom's man. Me call him daddy sometime, but a uncle this and that." That's how a lot of these women introduce their man to their children. Call him Uncle Roy, because you have your father already and you know who your father is. So he trusted this man, right? Play with the man already, play with the picnic already. Presented himself as someone who wanted good for the child and a father figure in some way, right? So the youth trusted him. So he was able to lure the youth away from his father's house. It's not that his father wasn't in the picture. The youth had a father and a mother. Their relationship just didn't work out, so they split. And mommy decided now if you take a new man, and this is the results. I don't know if she put the 1-2 bomb something upon him so good that the relationship wasn't even for a year long, and him feel so hurt when it's done. These people jump into relationships and out of relationships and put them all in it and take them all out of it when them left like so quickly. There's no attachment. 8 months down the road, it's not like she have a baby for him. It's not like they had a business together. It's not like, they had time to mature together and grow together and have a lengthy background together. A couple of friggin' months of dating. And you feel so hurt that you feel like you need to murder this woman's child in such a gruesome manner too. Imagine the fear that gripped this little youth when he realized what somebody who he trusted was about to do to him, when he was tying the youth hands behind his back. Imagine that. Garland's mother, Tamar Lewis, broke up with Rose shortly before her son was reported missing. And when her son went missing, I remember, first of all, she act like she don't know what going on, and then second of all, then it came in that, hey, we need to look in this direction. The way she got away, she said, this time from the strangulation was by biting the daylight out of him. She bite him let go, she run. She throw out all them things in the streets, embarrass him. What's worse is the woman disclosed that during a January 2020 interview with newspaper, which is the Gleaner, that she also discovered that Rose had a violent history and he had actually served time in prison in the United Kingdom. So Rose was a deportee and she did not know his criminal background. She did not know that he got violent. She did not know that he was in prison before for similar circumstances in the UK. Garland's mother indicated too that she later learned that the man she had been cohabitating with had been jailed for burning down a house in an attempt to kill a previous spouse and her children. So a regular thing what him do. Jump into relationships with single mothers, and then when the relationship don't work out, him try kill the woman and try kill the children as well. This is a psycho-sociopath man that needs to never come back to society again, ever. Me not care if he's 99 years old. He needs to stay in prison because him look like the type that will do this again, right? He did this before. Set the house on fire with a woman in it and her children in it. I never expected this, she said. They never normally do. But reading from the report, it says, I never expected this. They were really close. She's talking about her son and our man of 8 months. But they were really close. They were really close. Anytime he is here, the two of them sit down on him father car down the lane, and the two of them reason like big man, Lewis said. Damn. She was speaking of her son's relationship with his killer. They were really close. Now the part where it says that the two of them sit down on his father's car down the lane, I'm wondering if that's the youth's, the little boy's father car in the same lane, or is it the killer's father's car? Puzzled. Anyhow, her rejection enraged him and ignited a downward spiral fanned by co-workers, which ended in the murder of the child according to the release court documents and the caution statement he dictated to police investigators on January 26th of 2020. Don't let that go over your head. Her rejection enraged him, and it ignited a downward spiral that was fanned. You know, like when you fan flames and then blaze up when you catch wood fire? Yeah, that was fanned by co-workers. So you see, pride got hurt. People are laugh after him. The girl fling you out, you don't have nowhere for go. She dash shut all of your clothes, them she change the lock by the door. People laugh and take the thing for big joke, and his ego was hurt. The caution statement was witnessed by 2 justices of the peace. The spurned ex-boyfriend told detectives, or should we say the scorned ex-boyfriend told detectives that he opened up to some of his co-workers about his predicament after Garland's mother dashed him out and rebuffed his request to rekindle their romance. Him go beg, take me back please. Me sorry, shouldn't have strangled you. I won't do it again. She said, no, you have to go. This is it. No one nothing more to do with you. He went and told his co-workers that she not rekindling the relationship or nothing. They told him that if they were in his shoes, they would go to the house and destroy the furniture in the house. This is what his co-workers told him according to his statement. If I didn't like you, my youth, me go up there and go mash up the whole life furniture them in the house. That's what it said in the caution statement. These idiot rascal people, you know, a lot of the times it's best to not even listen to these people. And I want you to take a lesson from this. A lot of people listen to your problems only so they can fan the flames, to ignite, to make sure that it blaze up even more, because it's more entertaining to see you more enraged. You give them something exciting to talk about. They don't want to see a resolution or a solution to your problem. They want to see more destruction. And that's according to him, that is what they did. If I didn't me like you, if my foot be in your shoes, I would have go up at the house, they see, and I would have mash up the whole life furniture them in the house. Why would you tell a grown man that? Rose, who is also known as Philip Williams, left his workplace and again confronted his ex-girlfriend, this time at her place of employment in St. Andrew. So it's two working people. He got down on his knees and begged her not to end the relationship out in the middle of the open for everybody to see. You know, some man pride I got hurt. Cause me not tell you no lie. It takes a lot for a man to do that. Could you imagine? You're out in a parking lot in the middle of a crowded place where everybody will watch you, and we are Jamaican people, we're going to laugh. I want to this girl clown ya. Watch her. A man out there beg for him knee. And of course you're gonna have others who are egging it on. Take him back no Rose, man. Take him back no my girl. Oh God, him a beg. You know? So he went at her job, kneel down pan him, knee them out in the open and beg. And she still said no. Wow. He got down on his knees, begged, please don't end the relationship. Please take me back. She said no again. He went to the home that they once shared. Remember, she changed the lock them on the door, you know. He went to the home, kicked down the doors, destroyed the refrigerator, destroyed the television set, and frig up some furniture in there, just like how the people, his co-workers, told him that they would have done. Now, after he left the premises, his girlfriend called and told her that he mashed up a couple things in the house because she broke his heart. You broke my heart, so I come broke up some things in the house. Mad somebody this. He told her that he was going to make her feel the pain that he was going through. The things that he broke up in the house was not enough. I'm going to make you feel the pain when I go through. Rose returned to work and again confided in his co-workers, who suggested this time that they would hurt her. May I tell you about some of them people here. Brother, you go beg and she not take you back. You mash up your furniture them and she not take you back. Yo, me that hurt her, you know. John know me that do something to her. This is his caution statement to the police that was witnessed by 2 justices of the peace. This information is taken from. He insisted that he did not want to harm his former flame because he wanted her back. But he said that his co-workers encouraged him to hold on to something that she loved. Take something from her what she really, really loved. And what better thing could he think of? That's when his anger turned to Garland, to the little boy, with whom he shared a very close bond, according to family members. Damn. Wow. And you know, it's sad. I could do a whole other video about this, because women do them something here too. It's the same sentiment that goes with a woman who wants to destroy a relationship and she realizes, say, okay, this man is not really into me no more like he used to be. The flames are dead, the fire isn't burning anymore, but he's very attached to his children. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the children. Then I'm going to make sure that he don't see the children. He might go carry me go court for visitation rights. And even when the judge set up visitation rights, I'm going to make sure I'm busy every time it's his turn to see the kids. Sabotage the relationship between the father and the children. Women do them something here to all the time. This is what he just did. The co-workers told him to hold on to something what she really loved. And he figured what she really loved was her son. So he went after her son. The 8-year-old mysteriously vanished from his father's St. Andrew home on January 21st, 2020. Garland's father, the little boy's father, Derek Buchanan, had picked him up from school that particular day, fixed him a light meal, and left him in bed while he went to socialize with his friends a short distance away, according to the court documents also obtained by the Sunday Gleaner on Friday. Now, Daddy did wrong. He left the little 8-year-old in the house by himself in bed. That you can't do that. And when he did that, Mummy boyfriend came by the house. The document has based on evidence collected by police investigators. Rose showed up shortly after Daddy stepped out to go socialize with him friend them. 2 houses down. You say, yo, I got bill right here, so play like a domino, beat 2 juice and talk to the man them and thing in the lane. And, that's what you're doing. And you can see your house from the distance. So you figure, if Garland wake up and we come outside and look down the block and see me and say, Daddy, and then we go up at the yard. That was the dad's plan. Okay? This man showed up shortly after and headed towards the house after a brief conversation with Garland's father. Him actually talked to the father, before him take with the picnic. 8 minutes later, Buchanan returned home and discovered that his son was missing. So the father even trusted him. He told detectives that during a telephone call shortly thereafter, Rose acknowledged seeing Garland walking behind him as he left the area. This is what he told them. He never took the little boy. The little boy was walking behind him, following him. However, the child killer later admitted to detectives that he was able to lure the little 8-year-old boy from the house by telling him that, come man, come, we're going to get some ice cream and thing. Talk to your daddy already. Daddy down there, so I'm alright. And the little youth follow him. Say, ice cream I'm going to get. What a beautiful life I have, eh? Mommy boyfriend is cool with daddy. No animosity. One fix me dinner, put me in a bed, me go sleep like a bit, me wake up, the next man come, one carry me go for ice cream. Oh, in a perfect world. He took him to Seabreeze Avenue where he threw him in the water. This is in his caution statement, people. Take the little boy go to Seabreeze Avenue, time 2 hand them back at him and throw him in the water, making reference to the East Kingston community where the boy's body was found, fished from the sea. Lewis said that Rose called her in the Friday morning after her child's body was found, offering to offset the funeral expenses. Mad blood cleat somebody. Pardon my language. After he killed the little boy, he called the mom after the body was found because he's watching the news to see. So once the news break that he was found, him called the mother, said my condolences. Such a sad situation. Me will pay for the funeral, Trying to play the good Samaritan. In a tragic time like this, I will pay for the funeral. I will cover the funeral expenses for you. Wicked. He was apprehended in Trelawney a couple of days after the killing. After he offered to pay the expenses for the funeral, he later admitted that he was the one that killed the youth. And that's when they went after him, right? And he went on the run, and a few days later, they caught him. The High Court Judge Anne-Marie Lawrence Granger, who presided over the case, ordered that Rose undergo a psychiatric evaluation following a request by his attorney. I feel like this man, if it's one time they need to bring back hanging, it should be in this particular case. Now, Maud Cooper said, here we have a heinous crime, a confession, a nonsense motive for killing a child. A firing squad or hanging him from the highest tree is still too good for him. That is the action of a person who have killed before. It was much too easy for him to resort to killing an innocent child. His failed attempt to kill the mother was the go-ahead for the easy victim. I have no doubt that he will kill again if given the opportunity. Please, court, one less worthless mouth for taxpayers to feed and shelter. I will even go as far as to say please to the man them that's in prison, will lock up with him in there. On a know the code already. Do justice. Enough said. I'll catch y'all on the next video with SouFLoTV. Be careful out there. I'm out. Peace.